Now then, tell you a bit about today. I set up this morning. If you've seen the video, the last thing yesterday was me going through a tunnel on a railway, which was very interesting. I would have loved to have carried on with that railway because it went on for miles. But I didn't get a chance to do that. I must get on with what I'm doing, which is pushing kids to John O'Groats. I'm quite happy, enjoying myself, and I thought, well, we've got to make a few shillings for kids, haven't we? So I better go with it. So, yeah, as today is just dismal and gloomy and grey, I've set up camp early. There is a reason. Because tomorrow I'm just outside Bristol, and tomorrow I want to be as close as the last campsite as I can to Bristol for a short journey in. So I've got myself as close as I can. I've booked a room in Bristol for tomorrow night because one thing I do want to do, Brunel is a great, I admire the man enormously, he's one of my heroes. I think he's an absolute genius of a person. Any thing thrown into him, he always seems to work out of it, and it's anything from bridges to boats to digging underground tunnels to you name it. The man can set his mind to doing a thing and he'll just come up with the goods. Brilliant person. I think he's one of the best of the century. About. So I haven't got any filming done today. There's been absolutely no point in bothering with this weather. I'll discuss some of my equipment I've brought with me. Right. So first, I'll try and explain a bit about the bivvy type camping. I've got here a bivvy bag, which basically is simply a polythene bag you could use a bin liner, I suppose, for what it is. So that is the bivvy bag. Now these were designed originally for people to climb into up the mountaineers, up the side of a mountain, needed some cover pretty instantly, and this was the answer to the bivvy bag. They do work extremely well, and they're actually quite warm. The problem with them is condensation and damp, and you can only really use them for about 3 days. And even then you've got to be turning them inside out, trying to wear them out, keep them dry as you can, and obviously the sleeping bag and everything else gets damp inside it. So basically you've got about 3 days of one of these before you need to do something a little bit serious. And find some alternative or being able to dry them out, clean them out, give them a rinse out, because obviously they get very sweaty and smelly. So that is the bivvy bag. The next thing on the list, oh no, I must say about the bivvy bag, they come in all sorts of shapes and forms. Anything from military ones, which are Gore-Tex. I really would like one of them. The Gore-Tex type are a bit heavier, breathable. They're a lot more comfortable than the basic plastic bag idea. So that's the military version. The next one is a big bag, and it has like where the head goes, there's a small area that's held up by aluminium and fiberglass tubing, so that you have like a breathing space for people who don't like things too close to the face. They work quite well. There's another version with a mesh in it, so it can happen breathable, but only for the top part of your body, your facial area. Other than that, they're all basically the same idea. They are a survival piece of equipment, really. General use, unless you're just trying to make things, as I am, as light as possible, and it's kind of something you just keep there, and just in case you need to get off the chair, or I need to get off the chair, and go by the side of the chair, put a tarp on it, and then you can go. So that's that bit. Next bit is a sleeping bag. So here I've just got a cheap sleeping bag for reasons you will see in a minute. So sleeping bag. Right, when you've all finished laughing, I don't need a 6'1", do I? I'm only small, that's all I need. Right? Very good. And my mate, who was a ex-military lad, when I was, because I had to go into a care home at one point, I couldn't not keep the covers on the bed. For some unknown reason, I would drive them all off and end up cold in the morning, and I asked this mate of mine, Mark Limes, to go and get me a sleeping bag, because I thought it'd be better if I stayed in a sleeping bag. At least I'd keep that on me rather than casting all the covers onto the floor. And he said, oh yeah, so off he went, and he come back with a Dora the Explorer sleeping bag. Well, typical Mark. You know, it was exactly the right length, but I couldn't get my shoulders in it. But it was bang on the right length. So, sleeping bag. I'll show you a bit more when we go on. And I use a simple sleeping bag liner. That's up to the elbows and it's inside out, but same, it's been cut down. There's no need to carry all that lot about, so that's the length of me. So that's that. Now, the good thing about the liner, oh, by the way, the sleeping bag is this one I've got with me is only a 3-season. Yeah, I know it's Cornwall and that, but to be honest, at nights when about 3 o'clock, they are just a little bit chilly. You set off when it's really warm, and then by 3 o'clock you're actually quite cold. I'm beginning, you know, I'm thinking now, well, I should have maybe got a 4-season one, but never mind, I'm meeting my son halfway, he can bring me one from home. I've got one there, so I've been switched that over. Right, so, liner, good idea, because if you are feeling it a bit cold, the liner, this one's a thermal one, so you've got that choice of, if you are feeling cold, you can put the liner on, get into sleeping bag. I suggest not wearing clothes because they get even damper by the time you get up in the morning, and everything else gets damp. So best try and keep it just basic stuff on your body, and like I've said to you before, I try and the stuff I've been using through the day is all wet and horrible or whatever, and I always keep a dry set of clothing, a real nice set of clothing for night time, so I've got something to look forward at the end of the day. I can get out of all the wet gear, all the smelly, horrible stuff. Throw that on one side, get into some nice gear until I get to the time when it's time to call it a day and get to sleep now. So it is a good tip. I know it's horrible in the morning when you have to get into all that wet stuff, but it's a good idea, I promise you. So that is them 3 items. Also you will need mosquito net. You aren't in a tent, the bugs are there, the bugs will try and get into you. It's if you don't have some kind of netting over you, you'll be a victim by morning, I promise you.